it's kind of a win-win situation. You get to either see Colby emerge from, being able to finally beat Usman, which I'm sorry.
Ain't happening.
If you look at the two from
He's
their
gonna
first
lose
fight,
a lot worse in the second one than
exactly. Not like Colby has not gotten any better since before since they fought the first time. Whereas Usman's gained, I can't even say how much he's gained.
He's 20% better.
Yeah, I would say at least 20%, to be honest, John. Hey, look, he was good before, but he was mainly a wrestler. He's confident now on his feet.
And he's got power.
He's composed, and he's got power, and he throws straight.
Yep.
I think it's going to be worse.
So do I.
I don't even know if it's going to be like, I don't even know if Colby's going to get out of the third round.
Dude, I swear to God, that's the round I said. By the third round, he's done.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's going to get out of the third round. And look, and I know maybe a lot of you people don't, but I like his whole shtick he does. And I've talked to Shab about him too. He's like, look, it's like it's like the Chael Sonnen thing.
Yeah.
You turn the fucking lights on and it comes on. And you turn the lights off and they're a completely different person. Now look, I've never met Colby, but like I've been told that that's kind of how Colby is. I mean, people are pissed off in the gyms that he's trained and the relationships he's burned and all that shit because he says some stupid ass shit. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, he's a good fighter. He's good, but I don't see, he hasn't gotten better.
That's the difference.
And that's the biggest thing is he hasn't gotten better. He thinks he's going to still go out there and try and outpace Usman. We saw in the first fight that didn't work. You try to outpace him. You didn't outpace. You didn't use any wrestling at all. The one thing that I will say is this. We've seen though with Usman, with Gilbert Burns, if you make Usman wrestle, his stand-up is not as good. It slows down.
Okay. I'll let you go.
Slowed down a little bit.
Go.
It slowed down a little bit to the point where he was hittable a little bit more.
Okay.
If you make him wrestle, the arms swell up. They fill up a little bit with blood. The pace is not the same. The punches don't come out as fast and as reactive. Like your body's a little more fatigued. He's someone that's just built for wrestling, man. That's how he is, man. He's good. He's a grinder. He'll get on you and he'll push the pace. He's got that muscle. He's got those muscle fatigue muscles. Striking's different. When you get done wrestling and you get back to your feet, it's hard to keep those hands up. It's hard to throw the punches straight. It's hard to make sure that everything is on point. Defense is up while you're throwing your hook. And he's showing that he's still, I wouldn't say struggling with it, but he's still working those kinks out of working on the feet. And he may get that all figured out by the time he fights Colby. Who knows? I mean, he's gotten so much better in the last 2-3 fights. It's impressive. Super impressive. And he doesn't seem like he doesn't even seem like he's reached his potential yet.
No, he keeps getting better.
That's how good he's gotten. He's getting better.
Yep.
And so and I'm being 100% honest, I don't think Colby gets out of the third round.
All right, I want you to do me a favor and tell me the difference between a danger factor of Gilbert Burns on the ground and Colby Covington on the ground.
Yeah, way different.
Huge difference. Yeah. And so if you're Kamaru Usman, who has worked out with Durinho all these times and know how dangerous that he is in certain positions, even if you're in the top position, you're going, I don't want to end up on the ground right now with him. I need a sweat to build up. I need us to get a little slippery. I do not want to go on the ground with that guy when we're dry. And so, yeah, that's going to affect your stand-up because you're going to be much more cautious with it. With Colby, I mean, there is the problem if he takes you down, he's got a very effective ground and pound. He puts a lot of pressure on you. He uses his wrestling effectively, but he doesn't have the wrestling to stop Kamaru either. Kamaru can wrestle with Colby, at least, if not out-wrestle Colby. And so the danger factor between the two is completely different, and that's going to open up Kamaru's stand-up against Colby comparative to what it was against Gilbert.
So I would agree with you, but in the first fight, we didn't see any wrestling. I think there was only, one takedown or two takedown attempts between the two of them.
Yeah.
It was pretty much a stand-up fight.
Yeah.
And so I think if Colby was smart, that he would try to wrestle him more.
Yeah.
And try to slow him down, at least on the feet, because if you're not going to get a finish on the ground, which I don't think he will, he won't get a finish on the ground, but he can make him work to the point where he controls the top position and makes Kamaru work to get up. What people will need to remember is this. If you have someone who's really good at one area, they're not used to getting back up to their feet. Usman's probably not used to being on his back.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So then him having to worry about how do I get up from underneath this person? And not only how do I get up, but how do I keep getting up? That's the other thing. And can Colby keep taking him down? I mean, realistically, like when they come down to the two of them being matched up in the wrestling part, they're probably even.
Yeah.
I'd say I'd probably give the advantage a little bit, like you said, I would give it probably a little bit more to Usman.
Yeah.
But can he do it for 5 rounds? That's the thing. You know, can he out wrestle Colby for 5 rounds? Colby's got great conditioning.
And so does Usman. When
Yes,
have you seen Usman get tired?
I haven't.
That's my point. They match up so well. They're very similar in that area as far as conditioning wise. They both can push a pace. As far as wrestling wise, they both have good wrestling. The real difference in their games is the stand up. One of them's got power, and one of them doesn't. That's a huge difference.
Yeah. I think what happens is that, and I was probably one of the culprits as well throughout my career, is I fell in love with the conditioning aspect of it so much because I knew I didn't have power that all I did was try to push the pace. I think Colby's fallen into that, where he just feels like he just has to keep pushing, he'll break you. But he's ran into somebody who can't be broken because he doesn't get tired. And not only does he not get tired, he can now wrestle with you as well. You guys are basically equals as wrestling, but now he's got better stand-up and he's got power. So if you don't keep getting him down, it's going to play on Colby's mind. And I said this after the Masvidal fight. And I said I wouldn't do it anymore because I'm not going to do it right now either. Because I'm going to stop ruling this motherfucker out. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop saying that Usman is going to lose because he's not going to lose. You know, this kid's he's good.
A bad man.
He's good.
He's bad man.
Focused. Yeah. That's the big thing. Like, you know how hard it is, honestly, John, this is the biggest thing.
He works his ass off. I love that about him.
That's it. But here's the thing. He took what he left everything in Florida to go train somewhere else, knowing he probably was going to have to fight Gilbert Burns. You know how hard it is to go, realizing this is where you enjoyed being. This is your team. And you left there because you knew that your goal was bigger than that. And he went there and did that with Trevor Whitman up there at Elevation. I'm thinking to myself, this is a man on a mission. This is someone who knows what his priorities are. This is somebody who knows that the focus is about to be the best. That's all it is. Has nothing to do with like, oh, I'm going to leave my friends. Oh, this is my gym. Like his feelings weren't hurt at all. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to go over here, keep doing what I'm doing.
Still love you guys,
get better.
but I'm going to be over here.
Exactly. I'm going to be over here getting better because I know I'm going to have to fight you. Yep. And that's it. You cannot knock this guy. And honestly, it's next level shit. Yep. People don't realize how tough and hard that is to leave the facility that you were with all the people you were with that you feel comfortable with and you feel like help get you to where you are. But now you got to leave because you have to fight one of your teammates because you both came up that way. And then he went and had success somewhere else. That's important. And so I got to put a lot of respect on this guy's name because that's very impressive.
Yep.
Very impressive.
I agree.
100% agree.